What's going on? This is the Lamer Gamer here, also known as Boss DJ, with some Ark on the PS4. I will actually be doing all of my recordings on PS4 because I actually have no other means of recording, and that is just easiest and most convenient for me. So without further ado, here is some Ark. For those of you who don't know, Ark is a survival crafting game where you have to keep yourself fed and hydrated, where you start off with nothing and you have to fend yourself off from the terrors of the world and the environment. In this game, that entails some dinosaurs. As you can see here, I have some tamed dinosaurs, which will happen. You know, it's a process I'll probably show in another video. I just wanted to dive right into a game that I already had going, because this is by far the furthest I've actually made it. I would consider myself a noob actually at this game, mostly because of, well, it's actually several different contributing factors to why I've never really made it quite to this point and beyond before. And that is because, one, I play permadeath. All survival games I play with permadeath. Even if the game doesn't have a permadeath or hardcore feature, which forces you to restart, I will personally, on honor system, force myself to restart. You'll never see me continuing after a death. It just won't happen in a survival game. I think it's unrealistic if you're playing a survival game where you have to keep yourself alive to such extremes as, eating, sleeping, drinking, etc. Then you should probably try to keep yourself alive. And yeah, obviously there's dinosaurs and you should expect to die and yada yada. How can you possibly do that? But I think it's fun. So if you don't enjoy that and you're gonna get incredibly frustrated if my series ends when I die, then rapidly let me know in the comments before it happens, and I'll keep myself alive for y'all. Like I said, viewers first. Another contributing factor onto the next one is that Ark is a heavily online-based game or multiplayer-based game in general, and for that reason, when you are in multiplayer, you can form these things called tribes, and in a tribe, you share experience. And utilizing that shared experience, you get a lot of the things in the game a lot faster. You level up a lot faster, you make your character a lot better, a lot faster, obviously. More experience, faster is better. And I only play solo, at least for the most part, especially if I'm recording. Not that I've recorded before, but I will be playing solo only when I'm recording, except for maybe some split screen. PS4 has split screen. I might record some of that in there and feature a little bit of that later on. But the lack of that allows me to get my experience incredibly slowly. And then on top of that, I suppose you can consider this another reason, I always kept all settings at default every time I played. And I've played this game since it's been PC only, alpha, yada yada. Ever since Partially Royal put his first video and I first heard of it, I said, I gotta get this game. If any of you don't know the YouTuber Partially Royal, he does a lot of survival games. If you're ever playing a game, any type of survival game, particularly Ark, go on there. He's got a ton of videos, show you how to do it. I'm also a really big 7 Days to Die fan. He has a lot of videos like that. I'm probably gonna tag him and let him know that I'm singing his praises right now. He's really helped me a lot. But yeah, 7 Days to Die is another game that I could do a series on if people are interested. But I'm getting sidetracked. I always left the settings on default, and I only just recently decided to change up the resources. Some of the harvesting resources, my stamina, food and water drains and stuff like that. That way I can keep more focused on the task on hand. And obviously XP multiplier, I put that all the way up to 3. I've got dino taming all the way up, so I don't have to wait around as one person all day long sitting next to one dinosaur. while it tames. So, you know, this, you know, a lot of changes have been happening in this file that have been contributing to me being able to do a lot better in this. So, I'll be continuing this file for as long as possible, unless, of course, there's overwhelming requests for me to do something otherwise. But yeah, so all of those things combined have led to me not quite getting this far. So what I'm doing here, actually, you know, focusing on actually the video at hand, is I'm working on my base. My base is pitiful right now. It's just a little thatch shack. You'll probably see it better in the daylight. Shame I started the recording at nighttime, but you know, it's how it goes. It's just the way she goes. And yeah, so my little shack is kind of pitiful, but it's enough for me. But more importantly, my dinosaurs are just kind of standing around. I know I'm not playing online, I don't need to worry about raiding or stuff like that, but I still want to make some sort of pen, some sort of something to contain them. I have 6 dilos, the raptor, the parasaur, but those 6 little dilos alone, especially this one dilo in particular, I call him Delta Dilo, you know, they like to wander sometimes and get into trouble. So I'm going to build a little pen of some kind. I'm collecting fiber from all these bushes because it's the only thing I can really do at nighttime, keep me busy while I'm babysitting my dinosaurs as well. So I'm not really sure how I want to build it or where I want to build it. I'm gonna have to check that out in the daylight. But as far as I know, I wanna build it, you know, a good distance away from my base, only because I want to build my actual, you know, my home base much larger. Excuse me, I'm just getting over a little bit of a cold. So I want to build my home base a lot larger and hopefully connect to it. I want to keep them, you know, semi-close together, but big enough to expand, especially because there's a lot of large dinosaurs in the game. So my goal of the game, you know, being a survival game, you have to sort of create your own goal. My core goal of the game in this file and permadeath and all is going to be to tame all tameable dinosaurs. I know, it's not going to happen. I can hear you. I can hear you through your screens, your little phones, and your laptops. You're screaming at you. You're crazy. I'm gonna get as far as I can. Obviously, I'm not going to make it. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Who knows? Maybe if enough of you watch my videos and cheer me on, maybe I'll make it. But most likely not. But that's the goal. The bosses, you know, the larger creatures of the island, I call them bosses. We'll leave that open to discussion as things go on. So just gonna keep on gathering my resources. Now that it's day, I can kind of move around a bit more. I try not to go anywhere though without my raptor and my dilos, and I'll tell you why. You're darn near invincible if you have one good raptor and some you know, 6 or 7 dilos following you around. And as proof of this, you know, a couple days earlier from this recording and game time, I was going the opposite direction up the beach, and a raptor was running beeline right at me. And at first I thought, oh cool, another raptor, I'll try and tame it real quick. Even though it's already noticed me, I'll give it a go. But sure enough, there was a Carno right behind it. And for those of you who don't know, a Carno is just like one size down from a T-Rex. It's just a big bad ball of teeth and nails that's just gonna tear you up, something bad, and you don't need any of that in your day. But fortunately, I was, as I am now, on old green. I'm gonna base all my raptors' names off of their color, and this one happens to be green. And green happens to be my favorite color. You'll see that theme come up here and there. Anyway, so I happened to be on green, and you know my dialers were with me, and not only did we duke it out, but we took down the Carno, the Raptor, and then a second Carno came out of the woods to take us on, and we were able to take that on as well. And we, you know, all of my dinos feasted like kings on the corpses, of course, but oh, you know, moral of the story is never go anywhere without some protection in this game, because you never know what's going to come running out of the woods. Looks like some of them need some upgrades here. I'll have to throw on a little like melee damage. I like to keep it to melee damage, movement speed, and health with these guys, because they're not really good for much else. But look how proud they get. I love how they get so proud of themselves when you level them up. Really, like they've earned it. And for those of you wondering, yes, these are the creatures that spat the acid in Wayne Knight's eyes at the end of Jurassic Park. And these two spit acid. So it's a great feature. That's another, you know, reason to keep them around. They're great for hunting, because they can slow down and blind the target. They all seem good now. I'm gonna... Ooh. Hello. Well, this looks close enough to get. Oh, yeah, that hurt. That hurt. Okay, but yeah, no, that drop seems close enough to get if I have enough time to get to it. It's not that far, especially for the wrap. Yeah, see, it's just dropping up there at the top now. So, and these supply drops come in all over the map. Different colors mean different levels. What level you have to be to open it. See, a lot of the beginner stuff can already be found on YouTube and other places. So, I'm not gonna tell you, you know, how to make a primitive stone axe or a stone pick and yada yada. Just, you know, the knowledge is there. If you really want to know and you want to see me start from the beginning, leave it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to do so. But now I am going to drop as much stuff off as I can and go to that drop, because I don't want to miss it and I want to move as fast as I can the whole way there. I'm like 95% sure that I'm not going to make it to this drop in this video, which is fine. Little cliffhanger there. But I want to be more than prepared to do so. But before the video ends, I just want to talk a little bit about the future of this channel and what I want to see happen. Basically, like I said in the very beginning, I can only really record on the PS4, at least as of now. I don't do too much with PC gaming. I have an Xbox One, but you know, I'm not too knowledgeable of the whole recording scene. So you gotta bear with me, and you're gonna have to do PS4 only. But that being said, I have over 115, a little over 115 titles on the PS4. So by all means, if you want to see something, recommend it, and I will be more than happy to show it off for you guys. Even if I'm right in the middle of the game, I will gladly start it over. Are they following me? Yes, they're following me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. Okay, so leave a like, leave a comment if there's something you want to see, or if you just liked what you see and you want to leave a complimentary comment. Until then, I will probably just stick with Ark. Yeah, I'm gonna do that until I die in this file. I'm just gonna unload some Ark on you guys. So enjoy Ark, and if you don't, then by all means leave a comment. Until next time, this has been Labor Gamer signing off.